The next version of GPT promises to be a big upgrade from the current. There is news and rumors coming out that the new version of GPT is going to dwarf the current version, and it's coming sooner than you might expect. Let's find out together. Now, to understand this better, we need to get first into the history and the rate of development of GPT. GPT-1 was released in June 2018. Then, only 9 months later, in February 2019, GPT-2 was released. Then, more than a year later, in June 2020, the third version was released to the public. And then, almost 2 years later, version 3.5 was released, on which the famous ChatGPT is based. Now, the time frame between releases seems to become longer and longer. However, the progress and innovation between iterations is becoming bigger exponentially. And with the new release, we should see another huge step forward. GPT4 should come as early as springtime this year. So basically, the release could happen before this summer, and it promises to be a major improvement over the 3.5 version we are yet to get accustomed to. In a podcast interview, the CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, discussed the near future of AI technology. Of particular interest is what he said that a multimodal model was in the near future. Now, what is a multimodal? It means the ability to function in multiple modes, such as text, images, and sound. OpenAI currently only interacts with humans through text input. Whether it's DALL-E or ChatGPT, it's strictly a textual interaction. However, an AI with multimodal capabilities can interact through speech. It can listen to commands and provide information or perform a task. So basically, everything that was promised with Siri and Google Assistant. A virtual assistant as we know today on steroids, if you will. Now, Altman didn't say that this was coming in GPT-4, but he did hint that it would be released in the near future. He did address that these new capabilities will create new business opportunities, like we saw with the smartphone. It will enable businesses to build new technology platforms that we can't imagine right now. He also addressed the problem of current GPT models and that they don't self-learn. The current GPT models are, as you will, stuck in time. When they were trained, they don't get any smarter by using it. The holy grail of AI development is a true self-learning model. Then we could have to get rid of the notion of version 3, version 4 and so forth. You would have the AI model and this would just get smarter on itself as time goes by. He continues on saying that he likes to make predictions where he can be on the frontier and understand predictably what the scaling laws look like, where we can say, alright, this new thing is going to work and make predictions out of that way. So it's not like he's just saying these things because they sound fun and exciting. He says these things because he really sees a real path forward making this future happen. Some venture capitalists have already seen the new GPT-4 in action and are really impressed by its performance. Now, with the backing of Microsoft and its huge data centers, the ability to train this model in ways never before seen makes me very excited. Another rumor that was floating around was that the new GPT model would have 100 trillion parameters compared to the GPT-3's 175 billion. But this was debunked by Altman as not true and complete bullshit. The same goes for OpenAI having artificial general intelligence. This also is not true according to Altman. Now, while having more parameters is a great thing to have, I do believe that a better interpretation of those parameters is where the real intelligence lies. Now, it's a pretty smart, dumb AI. It cannot correlate any topic as well as one would imagine an AI can. But if it can build upon this with better interpretations of these parameters, I think we can see some major shifts toward intelligence. This will also bring in more accuracy and improve the ability to mimic human behavior and speech patterns in response to user prompts. Better optimization could mean that GPT-4 will be much better at interpreting human intentions, even when they are errors, than older GPT versions. This could really create a very thin line for us as humans to tell the difference between interacting with a real human and an AI bot. If this was combined with AI-generated video, where you would see the face like in a Zoom call of the AI, with an AI-generated speech, would really make you think you are talking to a real person, while you are actually talking to an AI. And then I think we would get a lot of people standing on the fences saying that the AI has become sentient and we should give it rights and respect it, etc. However, it would still be a dumb computer program that's just really good at mimicking humans. Now the question would then be, when will we know when this AI has become really sentient or not? If the new GPT model would then improve its reinforcement learning from human feedback, or RLHF, this again would make it smarter and better just by using it. In RLHF, human trainers help fine-tuned AI models using supervised fine-tuning. Better human supervised training may help reduce the likelihood of GPT generating toxic, biased content, and may also help reduce instances of misinformation. Of course, a lot of people are saying wild things about this new GPT-4 version. Psychologist and cognitive scientist Gary Marcus said he knows several people who have already tested GPT-4, and he guarantees that minds will be blown. He said that GPT-4 will totally eclipse ChatGPT and create even more buzz. He believes that GPT-4 will be trained with a significant fraction of the internet as a whole, making GPT-4 a monster of an AI. Now we'll have to see if he is correct about this, but this sure does sound promising. When GPT is trained with more knowledge from the internet, the question also becomes, how will people who publish content on the net benefit from GPT? If GPT just steals the information from all over the internet and just publishes the facts to people looking for answers, news outlets, blogs, tech sites, cooking websites get no more visitors because GPT just gives the people the answer without the need to go look it up on their sites. This would lead to people losing their income, and this again will stop them from putting out new and original content. If you would really think this true, that would lead to the end of the internet as we know it, with no new content being published and our knowledge stuck on the day GPT provided all the answers. I think this is something major to consider. I don't see this happening in the very near future, but it's something that could happen in the not so distant future either. They're also working on making GPT able to create video. What if this would mark the end for things like YouTube? What if you could ask GPT, show me a 10-minute video on the new GPT version, and then this video would become obsolete? This goes with any video. If the AI can mimic any content, it can create any content, like it does with DALL-E for pictures. If this would get refined and good enough, it has the potential to create all creative content. But I guess I'm going ahead of myself and I will save this for another video. We are now talking about the next version of GPT, and the only thing we know for sure now about GPT-4 is that it will be much better than the GPT-3 model and that it will be released somewhere this year. However, the OpenAI CEO, Sam Altman, also said that it will only be released when they are 100% sure that it is safe to use. I guess they really want to make sure that the AI doesn't help us build bombs in our houses. Now, what do you think the next version of GPT will look like? And do you think it will be another game changer or just a small step up from the previous version? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, and if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. See ya!